is this really cool design that features spiked half double crochets. On this video, I'll teach you how to do the spiked weave stitch. I'll be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4. Okay, so for this design, you're gonna start with a foundation chain that's an even number of chains. In my case, I have 18. We're gonna begin with row 1. For row 1, you're gonna skip the first chain. Into the next, you're gonna work a single crochet. So insert your hook into that chain and create a single crochet. That's what we want to do into each chain of the foundation chain all the way to the end. You're just doing a single crochet per chain, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, this here is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1 and flipping your work. We're going to work a single crochet into the first stitch. And now we're going to begin the row repeat. The repeat starts by chaining 1, skipping the next stitch, and into the next you're going to work a spiked half double crochet, which you will work into the foundation chain. So we're going to skip this stitch. Into the next, you'll go into the space where the single crochet went into, which is the foundation chain. So yarn over, go into that same foundation chain of 2 rows ago, pull up a loop that's nice and tall, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And that's your spiked half double crochet. And so something that will help you in this row to know where you need to go is just look at the chains down below. So I just went into this one. I'm going to skip the next one and I'm going to work into the next one. So let's continue the repeat. Sorry, that ends the repeat. Let's just start it again. Chain 1. Skip the next stitch, and I'm looking at the chain down below. Skip that, into the next, yarn over, go into that chain with a spiked half double crochet, pulling up a tall loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. This is what we want to do all the way down. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and I'm looking at the chain, into the next, yarn over, insert my hook into that chain, pull up a tall loop, and complete my spiked half double crochet. So this is giving you spiked half double crochets that are kind of coming out of the fabric in front of the stitches of the previous row, and chain 1 spaces in between. Continue doing this all the way until you get to the last 2 stitches, and I'll meet you there. Okay, I just finished my last spiked half double crochet. I have 2 stitches left. So after this spiked half double crochet, you want to chain 1, and we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the very last one, you'll just work a single crochet. So let's go into our last stitch, which is the actual single crochet of the previous row. Into that stitch, do another single crochet. This here is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to chain 1 and flip our work. You're going to work a single crochet into the first stitch. And now we're going to start the row repeat. The repeat starts by doing a single crochet into the next chain 1 space. So the next chain 1 space is right here. Just a single crochet. And now we're going to work a single crochet working in front of the next stitch. So this is the spike single crochet here. We're going to work into the front of the post of the stitch. So essentially right here. We're going to go into these 2 like legs that come out of the work with the spiked half double crochet. Into there, insert your hook, pull up a taller loop, and do a single crochet. And this is what we want to do all the way to the end. You go into the next chain 1 space with a single crochet. And then we're going to work a single crochet into the 2 loops that come out of the spiked half double crochet at the front of the work, like this. And that's all we want to do to the end. Single crochet into the chain 1 space, single crochet into the post of the spiked half double crochet. Continue doing this to the end, and I'll see you when you're done. Okay, I just did my second to last single crochet into the last chain space of the previous row. Now we do our last single crochet into the last stitch of the row. So just single crochet there. This here is the end of row 3. Let's move on to row 4. We're chaining 1 and flipping our work. You're going to do a single crochet into the first stitch. And now we're going to begin the row repeat. So the repeat starts by doing a spiked half double crochet into the chain 1 space 2 rows ago. You can kind of still see this little hole there. That's where the chain 1 space is. And that's where we're going to work the spike half double crochets. So let's yarn over, go into that chain 1 space of 2 rows ago, pull up a taller loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Now we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then into the next chain 1 space of 2 rows ago, a spiked half double crochet. Pull up a tall loop, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's what we want to do all the way down. Chain 1, skip a stitch, into the next chain 1 space of 2 rows ago, a spiked half double crochet. And again, this row is going to give you spike half double crochets with chain 1s in between. So continue doing this until the end of the row. And I'll meet you when you have, I believe, 1 stitch left. I'll meet you at the end when you have the final stitch left. Okay, I just completed my final spiked half double crochet. And I have 1 stitch left. So after this spiked half double crochet, we are just going to do a single crochet into the last stitch. Let me just see here. Yeah, so we're going to do a single crochet into the very last stitch. You're not going to chain 1 is the thing that's different. Just single crochet into the last stitch. That's because on this side here, you also just have single crochet and then immediately you have a spiked half double. Same here. You finish with a spiked half double and immediately you do your single crochet. This here is the end of row 4. For the final row, we're going to chain 1, flip our work. We're going to do a single crochet into the first stitch. And then we're going to start the row repeat. So you're going to do a single crochet into the spiked half double crochet, the same way that we did before. You're going to go into both of the loops that are at the front of the pillar of the stitch or the post of the stitch. You're going to pull up a taller loop and then complete a single crochet. Now we're going to find the next chain 1 space and do a single crochet into it. And that's all you want to do. We do a single crochet into the spiked half double, going into the 2 legs of the post that are in front, and then find the next chain 1 space and into there do a single crochet. That's what you want to do all the way to the end. Just do single crochets into the chain 1 spaces and into the spiked half double crochets. I'll see you when you're at the end. Okay, I just did my second to last single crochet of the row, going into the chain 1 space of the previous row. Now I'm going to finish off by doing my last single crochet into the last single crochet of the previous row. This here is the end of row 5, and that's that. So moving forward, you would just repeat rows 2 through 5 to continue growing your work. In my case, I'm just going to do maybe 2 more repetitions of all those rows, 2 through 5, to show you what my little swatch looks like. All right, and look how cool this is. It adds this kind of like net look in the middle of your work. It looks like this on this side and like this on the other side. Super cool, very different way to add like a net look to your work.
Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.